This is where the Florida Trail truly begins. Get ready to dive deep into a landscape of ancient sandhills, crystal clear springs, and epic wilderness. In this section, I'll reach the birthplace of the Florida Trail, make a legendary pit stop at the infamous 88 store, discover some delicious wild citrus, and hike what might be the most beautiful miles of the entire Thru-Hike so far. Let's hit the trail.
Good morning. Got a nice early jump on the day. Sun's just coming up over the horizon. The spider web's really cool with the dew on it. Yeah. Kind of hard to see. But bet something interesting lives in there. Way down in there.
I was feeling good on this crisp, cool morning as I made my way out of the Seminole State Forest area. And the scenery was on point. I walked along as the rising sun flooded the landscape, revealing a vivid world that had been hidden in shadow.
Deer. Like right there, one's already run off. This one's playing possum. Pretty neat area here. There's like a haze in the air, or a fog of some kind. This guy's huge. I don't know what he is. It's kind of crane. There's another one down here feeding. Oh, he definitely found something interesting. This looks like a structure to send things across this pond or lake or whatever it is. Wow. That's crazy. Either that or it's like something for an amusement park thing. But there's the other one on the other side. Way over there. Yeah. Crazy. I almost missed it, but here's another wild citrus tree. Very cool. You still got a few of the ones up there. All the low ones are gone. Got one of the last ones, but wow, that looks great. I'll have that later. Yeah, the wild citrus before, that was awesome. I squeezed it out and put it in my water. I usually have lemon water every day, but you know, at least out here. Oh, here's another one. Wow, so cool. Nice gopher tortoise burrow there. Looks like he's still occupying it too. And we're going to be leaving the central portion and going into the northeastern section of trail today. But what's cool is we are at the first 26-mile section completed in 1969 of the Florida Trail. So here we are at the birthplace. Super cool. Let's go check out this 26-mile section. It's an interesting memorial here. Not sure what the story is. It says, "Rest in peace, 2013, brothers," or brother.
This section of trail was marked by an intriguing number of memorials and forgotten graves.
Yeah, you just come across all kinds of things out here.
A testimony that this forest held countless untold stories.
There's another one randomly along the trail. Let's see. Oh, it's visited quite often. Jeremiah Brewer, 44 to 77.
Continuing on, I reached a beautiful Alexander Springs, where I met a couple of fellow backpackers. The three of us shared a sight, soaking in the rejuvenating spring before sharing a campfire and trail stories long into the night.
Well, we just spent the night in Alexander Springs. I spent the night with a couple other backpackers I ran into. It was nice, got a little shower, and got to dip into the springs last night. They said they were 72, but felt colder than that. But now we're off, and the next area is going to be, see, this is what kills me, is people will take the time to bag the dog poop and then leave it there. I don't understand. It'd be better just to leave the dog poop, and then it could just go into the earth, since you can't take it with you. So anyways, we're going to Juniper Springs next, is the area we'll be in, going through the Ocala National Forest. Yeah, should be scenic, and see what we come across. Pretty cool possum right there, a tree. He's right up there. Pretty cool. We're here in the Juniper Springs Wilderness this morning, and we're going to go ahead and top off our water in this nice little spring that we have here. So going to do that, and we'll get back on the trail. Got quite the cool color on the morning sky today. Coming through all these scrub oaks here and scrub, home to the scrub jay. Making our way to the 88. Looking forward to getting to that. Heard so much about it. Seems like a cool spot. Hopefully we can snag a pizza, and a microwave pizza, and a beer. It's kind of funny. It's like back in Kissimmee Prairie when I got the Trail Magic with the Pop-Tart in it. There's things on the trail that you would like never eat at home, but out here you're all for it. So I find that kind of interesting. Yeah, at home I'd never touch a Pop-Tart, you know. My kids would be all over it, and I used to eat them a lot. I used to eat them all the time when I was a kid. But yeah, now, no. But out here, I'm all for it. I think I started with that. That was the first thing I ate out of that bag. The temperature's been perfect during the day. It gets a little warm, like about 3 o'clock-ish, but other than that, really nice. Mornings are nice and crisp. Yeah, coming through this part of the northeast section of the Florida Trail, there's a ton of springs, but aside from Alexander Springs and Juniper Springs, they're a little farther off trail than those two, so it'd be quite the detour to take. But if you have the time and the legs for it, you know, it'd be a good thing to stop and see. But I don't have either of those things. That's a little extra credit for me. But yeah, still making our way to the 88. We just passed a sign. What made me think of that is we just passed a sign for Salt Springs. So I'm not sure what exactly that is, but I checked it out and it's looks like it's quite a ways. So I'm just gonna keep going to the 88 for now. Love all the deer moss too in this section. So cool. I don't know if it's actually called deer moss, but that's what we called it growing up. And like I said earlier, we used to love putting it in the fires because it would just make so much smoke. So it was like really cool for us.
This particular section of the Ocala National Forest would be one of the most scenic parts of my thru-hike so far. The crisp morning and light fog in the air combined with the morning light, it just made the experience incredibly magical.
A little red-headed woodpecker here. Oh, now there's 3 of them. That's so cool. Love those guys. Wow, what a beautiful sunrise this morning. It's interesting because in the other parts of the forest, I believe that these are blackjack oaks. Now these are smaller and closer to the ground than the ones we've been passing, but interestingly, these are still changing the colors on the leaves, whereas the other ones were already brown. But it's nice because it just gives it such a contrast of colors between the browns, these reds it has, and the greens. Alright guys, I think we made it. I think we are here at the 88.
I had heard a lot of stories about this legendary thru-hike spot, and it was high on my list. The anticipation was huge, and I had finally made it.
Looks like there's already a few people here. Some packs outside.
It may not look like much, but these rustic hole-in-the-wall spots are exactly the kind of genuine place I seek out and crave.
Morning.
Morning.
Once inside, I reconnected with the two backpackers from Alexander Springs. And this place just lures you in. It's a guaranteed spot to spend way too much time at.
Interesting how we get these random cactuses. Luckily it's light enough because I started early this morning in the dark, so it'd be terrible to walk into one of those things. But yeah, it was really cool yesterday. Got to the 88 store. It's something I've been really looking forward to hitting on this trail. It's definitely one of the highlights. It's a very unique thing these days in Florida to see a dive place like that. It used to be very common when I was growing up, but nowadays it's you know, most things are commercialized or pricey, and that's just an old school traditional dive, and I loved it. Had some good conversations in there with people, and probably overstayed a little bit, and I don't think I left there till like 4:30. Yeah, just camped past it out in the forest, and now we're pushing. Lots of scrub out this morning.
The Ocala National Forest wasn't finished with me yet. It continued to deliver incredible scenery, offering a wonderful paradox, a sense of deep isolation that simultaneously enveloped me, making me feel completely part of the wilderness.
Cool spider web here with the dew on it. Just getting an amazing glimpse at the sunrise now. It's just coming up. Can make it out through the trees. Misty morning today. But about the last week, the weather has just been perfect. Sunny, relatively cool during the day, 50s at night. It's just been a really nice time last week after all that winter weather and storm blew through. That completely record snowfall in the Panhandle, which would have been really cool to see actually, but fortunately we weren't in the right geographical area yet. We were still quite a ways from there at the time. But I guess there's always next time, right? This is one of the few coontie palms that I've seen on the trail. Very cool. Very common down south as well, but for some reason we just didn't come across them.
The Florida Trail seamlessly continued into the Marjorie Harris Carr Cross Florida Greenway, where the amazing scenery refused to let up.
This is the Cross Florida Barge Canal. We're just going along that for now. Yeah, there was a Rodman campground ways back, and it was perfect because the shack where you check in is like, I don't know, 200 feet from the road. So me and a couple other guys I was walking with at the time, we walk up there and she gave us each 2 Gatorades, which is awesome because today it's getting like 82. It's a little more humid, and so it hit the spot. So thank you to her. And she told us a little bit of history of the park, that the park used to be a big sawmill industry there, and her grandmother, she didn't know until recently that her grandmother actually worked at the sawmill there. So that was pretty cool. All right, I'm all set up at camp, tent set up, and got the water going for dinner, and I'm having my last mammoose that I had in the bottom of my pack. I didn't even know I had it, but it's gonna be cheesy chicken spaghetti. Yeah, Mammoose Camp Kitchen. Love those. They got just a lot of seasoning in them, so you don't have to add a lot of seasoning. The other one I've been having, it's got really good ingredients, mix of ingredients, but it's a little bit on the bland side. So if you're somebody that likes a lot of flavor or a lot of spice, Mammoose Camp Kitchen. And they load you up. A little bit more food in there too than the other one. The other ones I've been adding a little bit of couscous and some broken up ramen to kind of supplement it. But I don't really have to do that with the Mammoose. And other than that, gonna get this going and maybe enjoy a little fire, enjoy the evening and the sunset, and pick it up tomorrow.